Hi, Gerhard Bloom, once again looking at the tyranny and the delusions of the social justice movement. But actually, it's not the tyranny and the delusions of the social justice movement. We know these people are crazy. I want to look at this anti-Semitism on the political right. Now, there's always been, the neo-Nazis and the skinheads and these little cretinous thugs. I'm talking about, Tucker Carlson and particularly Candace Owens. Unbelievable, just disgusting. I did a video about this black anti-Semitism for decades. Why? Envy, absolute envy. Mississippi burning, three young university kids killed. One was black, two were Jewish kids. Jewish lawyers working pro bono for free in the civil rights movement. They were vastly overrepresented, working for the black civil rights movement, and this is the thanks they get. And I'm not saying all black people, but I'm saying it is a serious problem within the black community. And Kanye West, he has some significant psychological issues, so we may have to give him a pass. Candace Owens, I used to listen to her. Podcast. I read her book on Blexit, right, about blacks exiting from the Democratic Party, who hasn't done anything for them. But now spouting this nonsense, here are the goods. If you think this Israeli conflict is against Israel and the Palestinians, you have lost your mind. This is against Islam. Hamas is the Palestinian franchise of the Muslim Brotherhood. The Muslim Brotherhood exists to support the spread of Islam throughout the world, and they will do it by fair means and foul. Even the fair means are awfully foul, right? They get in, they form political parties, and one purpose, right? Sharia law. That's the goal of Islam, right? The world will be living under Sharia law. But the United States has a vested interest in this, as do other Western countries, right? The Beirut bombing that killed over 240 U.S. Marines, that was done by Hizbollah, right? The same people who are rocketing Israel, right? Killed 240 U.S. Marines, right? Now, look at the Houthis, right? Houthis in Yemen, firing on international shipping, right? Not just Israeli ships, not just firing rockets into Israel, firing on international shippings, and they fired on U.S. Service vessels. Yep, happening now. Now let's look at the litany of attacks, right? The Jews control the world. If the Jews control the world, would they be allowing millions of Muslims to flood into Western Europe and to flood into the United States and Canada? They would not. So obviously they're not in control. They're fleeing Europe, right? Moving to Israel, trying to get into the United States, trying to get out of Europe because they just aren't safe there. So no, they don't control the world. The transit bombings in Britain, 2005, I believe. Yep, Islam. The embassy bombing, American embassies, Dar es Salaam in Tanzania and Nairobi, Kenya. Yep, Islam. 9/11, I have to remind you of that. The Madrid bombings, right? And now think about all the knifings, the car rammings, the beheadings, the Pulse nightclub attack, Charlie Hebdo attack, the Bataclan attack, Islam. We could also look at Al-Qaeda, ISIS, Hizbollah, Islamic Jihad, Jama'ah Islamiyah, the list goes on, right? And they're all dedicated to spreading this cancer that is Islam. I was talking to somebody, radical Islam. I said, the radical Muslims are the ones who are peaceful, spiritual, not militant, not seeking to, behead anyone. That's radical Islam. I remember, I may have said this before, right? Somebody, Siegfried and Roy with the two tigers, and the tiger went crazy. And what's his name, the comedian, it may come to me, right? He said the tiger didn't go crazy. When that tiger was riding a tricycle, that's a crazy tiger. Tiger attacking somebody, that's a tiger going tiger. Islam, from its inception, right? Muhammad spread Islam by the sword. People, the Jews, a colonialist enterprise. Muslims, the Arabs, came out of Arabia, the Arabian Peninsula. That's their indigenous homeland, right? Syria, Lebanon, Egypt, Christian countries, Iran, Zoroastrian, Pakistan, Hindu, Afghanistan, Buddhist, all fallen to the sword of Islam, and it's coming for you. And these crazy right-wingers, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the skinheads, people who are old enough to know better, don't know better, right? We are in an existential war with Islam. For hundreds of years, brave men have fought and died defending the walls of the West. And that is why, Poland and Hungary, they're not allowing these Muslims to flood into their countries. They've seen this up close and personal. But now, Western European countries just opening up the gates. And this is being facilitated by these woke Marxists, right? It's awful. And so now, hand in hand, the woke Marxists with these conservatives, right-wingers, I won't call them conservative because right-wingers, because conservatives know not to support this radical Islam, and no, the Hamas and its war isn't just against Israel, right? This is part of the Muslim Brotherhood's plan, right? And if you don't understand that, if you think this is hyperbole, it is not. Get my book, Deconstructing Social Justice. I walk you through it slowly and systematically, and yeah, I provide the receipts. Anyways, thank you so much for your time and attention. If you like the video, drop a thumbs up. Gratifies my fragile male ego. All right, bye-bye now. Thanks for your time and attention.